A civil jury in Anne Arundel County, Maryland, recently delivered an extraordinary $8.5 million civil verdict. While awards of this size usually follow corporate negligence or industrial accidents, this judgment resulted from a private dispute between two former romantic partners. The case was brought by a woman identified in court papers only as Jane Doe against her former boyfriend, Annapolis businessman Kim Sharps. Sharps alleged that Sharps infected her with the incurable genital herpes after he actively misled her about his own status and his prior exposure to the virus. The verdict rests on the idea that a private omission between two people behind closed doors can cross the threshold into a massive civil liability. The trial took place over just 2 days in Annapolis before Judge Richard R. Trunnell. Despite the multi-million-dollar stakes, the jury required less than 2 hours of deliberation to find Sharps liable for the full $8.5 million. This rapid decision was built upon 3 distinct civil charges, beginning with Count 1, fraud. The jury found that Sharps did not simply withhold his status. He actively misled Doe regarding his exposure to prior partners with the virus, creating a false sense of security. In the context of intimacy, the law views this deception as a violation of bodily autonomy, denying a partner the facts they need to make an informed choice about their own health. The second charge was Count 2, battery. This is often the most difficult element for the public to reconcile with a dating dispute. Civil battery is often associated with physical violence, such as a punch or a kick thrown in a physical altercation. This diagram shows the legal threshold for battery, which is defined as the intentional, unwanted physical touching or physical harm to another person's body. The invisible transmission of an incurable virus without informed consent satisfies this legal definition of physical harm. The jury also found the defendant liable for Count 3, intentional infliction of emotional distress, addressing the psychological consequences alongside the physical infection. This charge recognizes the profound psychological betrayal and trauma that occurs when such severe deception comes from a trusted romantic partner. It also accounts for the permanent mental toll of managing a heavily stigmatized, incurable disease for the rest of the plaintiff's life. By finding for the plaintiff on all 3 counts, the jury reclassified a dating lie into a multi-layered civil assault. The $8.5 million is classified as compensatory damages, a financial calculation intended to offset a permanent, life-altering condition. Following the verdict, plaintiff attorney Timothy Maloney noted that the case highlights a universal rule that extends far beyond this specific couple. This is known as the duty to warn. It dictates that every individual has a legal obligation to use reasonable precautions and disclose past infectious exposures to their partners. The courtroom views intimacy not as a space exempt from the law, but as a space where the duty of care between two people is at its highest. Honesty regarding your health is a strict legal requirement. Ignoring that obligation carries a price tag that can reach into the millions.